comes to social media, sometimes there's a fine line between staying connected and oversharing. Our next guest says that's especially true when it comes to moms. Joining me now via Skype to explain the do's and don'ts of social media is Kristen Ruby, star of the Bravo show Friends to Lovers. Kristen, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So before we get going, tell us a little bit about the show.
Sure. So the show is about following around 5 different sets of friends who want to take their relationship to the next level. I have decided to take my relationship to the next level with Alex Goldman. And it's a really interesting social experiment to see what happens when you try dating a friend of 8 years.
Interesting stuff. We'll have to tune in to see the details. So let's switch gears a little bit. We see that a lot of moms are on Facebook and they tend to overshare everything that's going on in their child's life. Do you see this often? I know I do. Sometimes it's a little bit annoying.
Yes, absolutely. This is a big trend. And, what's interesting is over 50% of moms access their devices and social media from mobile tablets or from their phones and not even from desktop computers anymore.
So you have some do's and don'ts for us when it comes to sharing and oversharing. There should be some privacy concerns when it comes to pictures of your children.
Definitely, and I think that you need to get the buy-in from your kids if they're okay with it.
Sure.
A lot of times moms will just post things without actually checking in with their children if they're all right with it. So I think that you should see if it's okay with your kids before you post them or tag them. And B, you also do want to be careful from a privacy concern standpoint. You want to make sure that you're not putting your child at risk.
Right. And Kristen, it's important to keep in mind who might be looking at these pictures, right?
Definitely. It is important to keep in mind who might be looking at the photos. You never know, and that's why your privacy restrictions really have to be up to date on each social network that you put them on.
All right, this one's key, I think. Don't pester your followers. Sometimes
Yes.
draw that line. Enough is enough sometimes.
Yeah, I think sometimes with moms, you don't want to pester your followers. As much as you love your kids and you love your animals and everything else in your life, everyone else may not love it as much as you do. So you have to be careful. You have to draw the line. Like, you don't want to post like 5 photos of your child in a row or 5 photos of your puppy in a row. You have to be careful. And I see this more with moms using it than with anyone else. So you just have to really space out the posts.
Okay, and let's talk just a little bit about when it comes to your children's online safety. It says you really should be monitoring what they're looking at.
Definitely. You want to monitor what your kids are looking at on social media sites because it can give you really clues into what they're doing in their lives, and also it can help you protect them from anything that they may be going astray on. So you really want to be careful and look at the places that they're visiting and have specific privacy restrictions set so you can see.
Sure, and I don't think it's an invasion of privacy when we're talking about children's here. You should probably know their passwords, correct?
I believe you should know your child's password, definitely.
Very good. And obviously the dangers of talking to strangers online.
It's so dangerous. You don't want to do that. I mean, it's very dangerous right now. I think you want to talk to your friends, your neighbors, people that you know already. But I think if you're getting friend requests from people you don't know, I think you leave them there. You don't necessarily accept them. If you're getting follower requests from people you don't know, you just have to be very careful with it.
Sure.
Because that's when things can go astray.
Play it safe. Kristen, thanks so much for being here. Good luck with your show.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
All right, moving on now.